We back. Finally. Took a second, but we are back. What's going on, everyone? Teamwork makes the dream work. I appreciate you all. Let's see if we get everybody going in now. So what's everyone's set of the day today? I'm over here wearing something I got yesterday from Beat Cafe. From Juicebox, called Beat Cafe. What's up, Rudy? What's up, bro? Yeah, Beat Cafe, really good fragrance. I'm gonna be reviewing this soon. So, we got a lot of fragrances here. So, we just gonna get into it. Just so you kind of see, there's a whole couch and all of that. So, we just gonna go ahead, get right into it right now. I'm gonna start off with the doers because they're right here. And just work our way. I kind of have everything in order, so let's just do this. Starting off, y'all know one of the fragrances that I do have is, yo, what's up, Stacks? Silhouettes and Sillage. Kari, hit me up, man. I got something for you. You know, but this Vanilla Affair, 100 ml bottle, real boozy vanilla. Sensual, good stuff. Got a lot of doers. Holy shit. Judea Casino Royale, which is basically Herod and like a Baccarat Rogue 540 hybrid. Pat, Scent Assault, Mario, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all are well. Hope everybody's well. It's Sunday. This one is Ocean of Dua. This is basically almost like the Roja Oceana. It's actually a pretty good fragrance. People sleep on it. You have to kind of give this one some time. Let's see. Coastal Waterfall. This is supposed to be the Neroli Portofino. The Neroli Portofino vibe. Luxe Opulent. So this one is like their Zaharoffs Richwood inspiration. It's alright. It's really not one of their most accurate ones, but all in all, it's not a bad one. Yo, Juan, what's up, bro? I see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, bro. I'm kind of pulling to you right now. I'm just over here on live talking about a whole bunch of doers. Did the roles reverse today or what? This fragrance is really good, and I'm gonna cover it a little bit more in my review of this. Shouts out to Juan, by the way. If y'all haven't checked out FatBoy Fragrances store or channel, you need to. But I got Spice Bomb Infrared from him, and it reminds me of this, but not as sweet. This fragrance, you're getting the Lost Cherry vibe with the tobacco vanilla. It's a sexy combination for the winter. Deep, dense, really good stuff. This is Amberlicious. And Dua's, this bottle in particular, like Amberlicious, seems to be turning green for a lot of people. So just, it still apparently smells the same, but it turns green, you know? Anytime, bro. Anytime. Yeah, Rudy. Richwood, really good stuff. I need to get like a bottle of that too. that's a heavy hitter right there. Noble Irish Cream, a lot of people don't like this new version, but Captain Blimp, John, hey, what's up, y'all? I hope y'all are well. Happy Sunday. I'm just kind of going through my collection. I just started. Right now I'm just covering the doers because they were right here and just taking up space. And then I'll work my way to everything that is all right there. So that's just kind of how I'm doing everything right now. Intense Homme. This is their Dior Homme Intense. Inspiration of the old vintage silver collar. Pretty close. Not super carbon copy, but considering how much the other one goes for right now, it is close enough to justify me having that. This one I got from my bro City Messiah. Used to YouTube videos called City Messiah, but this one is Dolce & Gabbana with the Baccarat Rogue 540. What else we got in here? This one is supposed to be their inspiration for Leighton. This was Royal Chariot. Tar. We're almost done with these duos. Voluptuous, original creation, kind of soft, musky, powdery, woody citrus fragrance. Unique, different blends of citruses, you know. Hope y'all are well, man. What's anybody's scent of the day? Put it in the comments down below if you already haven't. Like I said, mine was Beat Cafe from Juicebox. And I got a lot of content coming up. I went to a Parfums de Marly Masterclass event at Saks and Fifth Avenue yesterday. Speaking of, here's not Leighton, Percival inspiration from Dua called Legendary Night. It's alright. It smells good, but it's almost like a diluted version of Percival. You know, like a more watered down, almost in the dry down part. They're Gone Swimming Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. Close enough, a lot better price than paying for that Louis Vuitton one, I'll tell you that much. And then the last of the duos that we're gonna get into is, of course, one of my favorites, Dark Casino Royale. Just that whole Dark Casino Royale elixir, but the casino elixirs in general I really enjoy. This one, absolutely, for sure, great stuff. So we covered all the duos. Jubilation, yo, that's a classic right there. Jubilation. Hey Joe, saw Chris's video. Sit in the chair with your backpack on. It was a little bit. It was a little bit. You know, it was kind of tighter in there than what I thought it would be. But overall, I kind of didn't mind it. I didn't have too much in there. I just had Sour Patch Kids, some decants for a few people that I knew I was gonna see, and I ended up keeping all the Parfums de Marly strips in there, so I got them right here. But the backpack was okay. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, you know. Derby right hand, nice, John. Yes. Obsession for Men. Hey Cap, I see you. We're gonna get into Makin Scents next because Mike needs a shout out. He makes some great fragrances. These two are two of his more like original creations, if you will. That's Aram's Pocket. Shout out to Aram and his Pocket. Those who know. This is like a lavender oud fragrance, a little bit of spicy cinnamon going on, some musk. Really good stuff, super slept on. I'm going to break this out this fall. Even though I got my whole collection back, that's definitely gonna get some run. Sour Patch Kids, you already know. Then Mike wrote me a message when I got the Mr. Miami 30 ml. People say this smells a little bit like Little Italy or Ultra Zest with the Roja Elysium. Me personally, I'm getting a little Afternoon Swim in the mix too. Really good fragrance, just overall compliment getter, more so for the summer and springtime, but still really good fragrance if you ever just want to feel good or get a lot of compliments. Yeah, it's on Chris's channel. I met him yesterday in person. Awesome person, awesome guy. My version of the video will be later in the week since I'm dropping the live for you all today. You know, I space my videos out a little bit. I don't just blitz y'all, give y'all time to breathe and everything. Zaharoffs. So this is a travel set. It usually comes with the 3 fragrances, his signature, Pour Homme, Noire, and Royale. But I gave my signature Pour Homme, since I have a bottle, I gave that one to the winner, one of my subscribers, Jim R, when he won the Zaharoffs prize off of my last stream. But Noire, kind of like a spicy, much more fresh, a little bit fresh, not so much more fresh, but like a spicy, fresh, little bit of oud version of the signature Pour Homme, where a signature Pour Homme is like a lavender version. And then Royale is like a musky, woody sandalwood with an apple note that is to die for. I'll be covering the these fragrances in a couple of weeks. Let's catch up with the chat. Yeah, it's been recent Red Parfums, the Mali event. Thanks. So yeah, speaking of signature Pour Homme right here. Tight box too. I mean, George always comes A1 with the presentation, and tight boxes help, because I'll get into that later when I'm doing my vids. But we have right there the regular signature Pour Homme. Let's get into the Siren really quick, and the tarot card oil painting. Sold out. Shouts out to Andrea. Shouts out to Ross. I don't have your bottle, but also a good fragrance was Business Over Pleasure, which is the blue version. Justin, the third Z creator, Brass and Soul. This is slept on, people. Let me tell you right now, I'm gonna do a review of this soon. I'm gonna get my cousin, because he loved this fragrance so much. I'm gonna get him on the vid, but this one is slept on. Mike definitely makes a lot of bangers. Yeah, right, tight box, that's what she said. But yeah. And then the final George Zaharoff is the Rosé. Of course, Rosé is Bay in my eyes. This one is the crown jewel of all of George's fragrances so far that he's released. I just really enjoy this. Incense, oud, rose, a little bit of sugary sweetness. There's like a sugarcane type of vibe in it, but undefeated right here. Y'all are crazy in this. And then the last of the clones before I switch the camera angle, we are going to go with Alexandria, the only Alexandria, even though it's not a clone, it's an original. We are talking about Tropical Night. This kind of gives me Virgin Island water vibes, but not as much. It's a good fragrance, parfum extract, and just in general, if you like Virgin Island water, you'll like this. It's not as suntan lotion though. It's more boozy mojito vibe. All right, let's get into some fragrances. And I mentioned about how we were let's just stay on the topic now, right? Packaging matters. It really does. Because as I go and grab some of these bottles over here, we are going to cover one of my discontinued gems that I was bragging about having, and unfortunately my movers somehow did something. Now shame on me, because I knew the bottle was leaking, and in knowing that the bottle was leaking, I didn't do any preventative measures to tape it up. This is Note Vanille from M. Mikioff. Can anybody guess what happened when I finally got my collection back after 14 months? No? Okay, well, I'll show you. Yeah, the bottle was filled up to here. Now I got rhinestones falling off. The bottle was filled up to here. You see what's left. Hey, I'm trying to bring you that unAVERAGE production. Hey, Manda. Thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. This was my baby. This is basically supposed to be like a Spirituous double vanilla with a little bit more citrus. But I had it propped up in the box like this with like all the other things around it. And I had it with like the whole this side up, and my movers still went ahead, flipped the box over. It had to be, because it wouldn't have leaked otherwise, and it did. I also lost a bottle of House of Matriarchs Bittersweet Symphony, which sucks. But see, multiple angles, mood lights, setting all types of vibes. Sour Patch Kids. So, anyways, that's why packaging is important. That's why I even appreciate George and his tight boxes. But we are gonna get into Aqua de Palma Oud. This is a 6.8 ounce. I'm not a super huge oud lover. Yeah, SDV is great. I appreciate you, Manda. It really was a tragedy, Pat. It really was. I just found out today as I got ready to do the stream. So Aqua de Palma Oud is kind of like oud wood, more on the citrus take, a little bit lighter too, more aromatic. Really good fragrance. I ended up with this because I had bought it with a splitter, and since they were a splitter, they bought the biggest bottle. Me being new to fragrances then. I've had this bottle since like 2014, so me being new to fragrances, didn't realize they just buy the big bottles. Yeah, let's go ahead, Manda. I got you. And then after that, we gotta go check out some fragrances. So, because the movers really messed me up. They really messed me up. My Tom Ford collection. Another thing too, I'm missing Lavender Palm. I don't know what these movers did with my stuff. I really don't. But this one is Cafe Rose. Really good fragrance. I think this one's discontinued too. A lot of these are. They've either been discontinued or reformulated. But Cafe Rose from Tom Ford. Not quite cafe, more rose. All types of roses. But it's just a really good fragrance. Plum Japonois. I don't have a box for this. Still mostly full. Thankfully, they got that. Listen, if they took Lavender Palm, at least they didn't touch my Amber Absolute. And this is old Amber Absolute, because some of y'all may remember they did do like a re-release in 2016 of it. No, this was even before that. Just resinous amber, just deep woods, burning wood. Like this is sexy, especially for the fall and winter. Really good stuff. Let's see. Old formulation, Tuscan leather. This was back when Drake was rapping about it. This was the version he was talking about. And then the last of my Tom Fords is my baby, Japon Noire. Whole new bottle, untouched. Again, if I'll take them probably stealing my Lavender Palm if it means they didn't touch my Amber Absolute and my Japon Noire. You know, Plum is definitely a really good fragrance. It's challenging at times, but when done right, it makes it like just so good. And then one of my favorites that people don't really talk about anymore, this one is Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense. There was once a time when people were saying, is it Dior Homme Intense or Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense? And I don't know why this bottle's sticky right now. Okay, so clearly some of my bottle has evaporated here too. But this fragrance, really good stuff. Vanilla and incense is basically the gist of what you're getting. New York winters, now that I have them again, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to getting a hold of this. Catching up with the chat really quick. Thanks, Rudy. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I had a few other ones. I had lavender palm, and that was gone, you know. I have no idea where it went. Let's see what we gonna get into now. A few more of my niche houses that we got. Kiehl's Original Musk. This one is another really just good fragrance. It's just literally spicy aromatic musk with a citrus top. But if you all haven't tried this yet, you need to. It's pretty good, especially for the price. It's like $45. And in the fall and winter, this just gets me compliments. I had did a video after being tagged by my bro Max from Maximilian Husler 2 years ago, and I said like one fragrance to like rule it all, taking out the normal, you know, everyday talked about ones. It was this, because number one, it's slept on, and it is versatile. Even though it works better in the cooler time, this, something about it just works. Intense is definitely better than Oud Wood though. Mage d'Orient. This is a fragrance from Comptoir Sud Pacifique in their old style 50 ml bottles. I mean, this bottle's been dented all types of places. This is like a Tonka, almost sandy beach type of vibe. Not so much like Virgin Island water. This is much more a play on the citruses and the green notes with that like Tonka and musk to give off like this sand on the beach vibe. But hey, it's always time to musk up, Rudy. You already know. But yeah, Original Musk is definitely good. Wait, what? Hey, Potent Scents. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I told you, I'm back making these videos. I'm gonna make it worth your while to tune in to these videos. I'm giving you different camera angles. I'm bringing you bigger bags of Sour Patch Kids, different vlogs, different views around the city, which again, I have a video coming like maybe Wednesday, just so this way we space everything out with the whole Parfums de Marly event. It was a good time. I definitely had a good time. But speaking of a good time, I'm sure 1899 was a great time. Close enough to 1989, which is my birth year. But this one is supposed to be the Hemingway from Histoire des Parfums. Gotta get back more into this house again. Gotta get 1725 Casanova. That's a great barbershop type of fragrance. But this one, people say it's like Spice Bomb. And while I see what they're saying, it's not fully there for me. You know, there is a little bit more of like this juniper vibe. This reminds me a lot of the Gourmand Strufoli, which is basically almost like a fried dough with like extra sugar and caramel. Right, like I get it, you know, the differences, but it's 80s baby. But yeah, this is just really, really good stuff. And if you own Spice Bomb, I can't necessarily recommend that you get this, but I would rather you got this than Spice Bomb, if that made any sense. Especially since it's almost the same price. Like, this is what, probably like $120 and Spice Bomb is $90. You might as well just get the better quality. And we have a Ramon Monagal, one of my favorite. This is Umbra, and this is an old bottle. How is Mas Milano's Hemingway, by the way, John? I've always wondered about that, so let me know. But Ramon Monagal Umbra, so this is like a vetiver and Tonka fragrance. You know, when I did my Hermes vetiver Tonka, I forgot about this one. As far as like comparisons, I said it was like vetiver Fatale from Atelier, but I never, I see the autofocus is jumping a lot more, so, but Umbra from Ramon Monagal, just a good fall spring, almost like Tour de Hermes. Yeah, they are. What's some of your favorites from Histoire des Parfums, by the way, John, too? Let me know that too. Nice surprise, that's what's up. 1725, 1740 is a good one. That's their amber one, right? I get lost in some of the dates because everything's a date, and I hated history as a kid. So, but yeah, Umbra, Tonka, vetiver, a little bit of spice, a little bit of musk. Good fragrance. Not one you have to absolutely jump out the window to get, but if you have the ability to go ahead and try it, I recommend you do. You know, y'all know I love my Tonka, so that's why I pulled the trigger on that, and it was a good deal. I think I got that for like 30% off when it was like during Christmas time of 2014. We're gonna stay talking about some niche for a minute because I want the niche, and that's the designers y'all know already. That's, you know, to be expected, but staying talking about niche for a minute because we got to give these houses a little bit more attention, some appreciation, some recognition. So I'm gonna do these, and then I'm going to do, actually, you know what, I'll do these minis first, because so these are basically anything that is under 30 ml is, but like an official packaging. So Aids de Venustis, this is their Iris fragrance. I don't remember the name of it. Aids de Venustis, this is Iris. There we go. Their Iris fragrance. Ombre 114. Okay, that wasn't 1740. But that Aids de Venustis is a really good Iris fragrance. Again, Max from Max Husler put me onto it, and there was a crazy deal on it about 2 years ago, around this time 2 years ago, where this pocket spray normally retail for like $85 and was only going for $25. It was the official thing. It was through Aids de Venustis, but it was just like, I guess the store was closing or getting liquidated, and yeah, it's their official pocket sprayer. This does come open. I just forgot how it does it. But yeah, that's the Aids de Venustis Iris. We've got the Kilian, which y'all know. You know what? This is the Let's Sell This Like Adults, the fig fragrance. Yeah. clean. This was Suede to Do. This is a good fragrance, but I wouldn't pay retail for it. Clean bottles, y'all probably seen in Sephora with the wooden cap like this. It's a nice, pleasant, kind of spicy, very fresh oud, musky. Not, but a clean musk, not like a dirty musk. Snob Life, you already know. And got you, okay. The whole line might have been discontinued. Savoir-Faire Soul Cafe. This is a house too that if you all haven't tried yet, especially this one, this is like a slightly fruity oud fragrance. It does remind me a lot of just like cognac. Like if you're drinking some cognac by like your book room with like a shelf full of different books and everything. With the by a fireplace too. That's kind of what this would remind me of. There's just a really good blend of like oud and woods and fruits and musk and just really good stuff. Not heavily overpriced. This 10 ml normally retails for about like $25 or $30. And yes, John, I think you'll really like Soul Cafe. But all in all, Savoir-Faire, solid black owned house. Cannot say anything negative about them at all. We've got a bunch of House of Matriarchs here. This one is the one that started it for me. I was the first person to review House of Matriarch before it got the hype. And it started with this one. This is Gateways. Okay, and that's how you know like I was really buying and, you know, reviewing these House of Matriarchs before they got the bottles, because these bottles don't even come with... First of all, these were their original bottles. It came in these like 15 ml. And if you wanted the sprayer, it cost like another $10. This alone was like $85 for the 15 ml. Ovation, John. Yes, that's another good one that I'll get into in a minute. Speaking of, Sean's a great person too. But yeah, House of Matriarch. This is like a chocolatey, dirty vetiver. It reminds me a lot of just like Enchanted Woods, not a fragrance. If there's a fragrance called Enchanted Woods, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like literally you're just in the woods. It has chocolate, vanilla, a little bit of like actual dirt from like the woods itself. The woods are like actually dirty, green, fresh. So yeah, that was Gateways. This one is Sex Magic, which now comes in one of the other bottles that I'll show you in a minute. Sex Magic has disappeared too, but I still got a little bit left, but that's disappointing. Some of these I'm unboxing again as y'all are watching me. So yeah, House of Matriarch is really, that was one of the first full-fledged niche, like taking out the homages and everything, like actual just we are niche. Sakura Tabak, I got this. I did get this one sent to me by Christy, just because like I had bought so many different bottles. I got this like before it even came out. So this was Sakura Tabak. This is supposed to be just like a hookah, so it has tobacco, musk, apple. Really good fragrance. I don't know if she's still making that fragrance. If she is, y'all should check that out. I know you're not gonna get it in this very small, tiny size anymore, but because I think that for sure that was like a 5 ml. And one of my favorites in general also from the line is a Coco Blanc. Again, like, that's how y'all know, like, I've been on this House of Matriarch kick, because look at how old these bottles look. These bottles now end up looking like this one with this type of packaging. And this is Madrona, so this was their lavender fragrance. Lavender vetiver hooker. I'm lost, Potent. What do you mean? Also, maybe I might have just missed in the thing. Jeezy, standing ovation is a jam. It is. Madrona, lavender, kind of citrusy. But this is how the bottles come now, compared to all the bottles that I've shown you already. Sorry, turned around. This is how they come now. In general, if you haven't checked out House of Matriarch, do so. You're doing yourself a disservice. I know they could be a little pricey, but they offer a lot of sales too. They offer a whole lot of sales where you could get the fragrance for like half off just because it's Tuesday. And you know, with like Halloween and all those holidays about to come, you already know that. All right, I can't figure out this box right now. I'm not gonna deal with that. Let's get into some Les Fleurs du Golf, which I'm still needing to get into. This one in particular, this is Baccarat Vanille. Some people have said that they like it. Apparently this is one of their flagship fragrances. No magnetic cap. This is supposed to be a floral vanilla, basically. Almost like Spiritue's Double Vanille, but without the booze and more of a floral vibe. I haven't gotten into it yet. We will see. So I'm not going to speak on it, but from what I've heard, yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell it like it is. If I didn't shill for Creed, I'm not going to shill for Les Fleurs du Golf. Okay. Orient Express. I did like this one. This is like a kind of sweet, little bit of lychee vibe with the vanilla, kind of creamy, good for the summer, like a change of pace summer. If you want like a gourmand in the summertime, this could definitely be something up your alley. Good fragrance, you know. Authenticity perfumes, y'all know I've been kind of covering them a little bit lately. And great price for the performance. This is Fresh Boss. This is probably my favorite from the line so far, even though I really like Authenticity, L'Homme Riche. Summer Vibes was really good. That was a good one. But Fresh Boss just does it for me. This is like a peppercorn, peppermint, citrus, a little bit of rose going on. Really dope fragrance. All right, Rudy, I'm probably about to trigger you, so I'm just letting you know now. I'm sorry. Imaginary Authors. This is my favorite next to Cobra and the Canary, but I don't have Cobra and the Canary anymore. That bottle broke when I moved from when I was first doing reviews to then the townhome that I did right before I came here with the gray walls too. But this is Memoirs of a Trespasser, and it is reformulated. It is completely... Authenticity isn't a clone house to my knowledge. They may have fragrances that smell like others, but Authenticity as a whole kind of makes like original blends, and like the prices are about $35 for that 60 ml performance. Last about 10 to 12 hours. They're marketed to last 12 hours, so it's pretty good. Definitely a house worth checking out just because of the price and the quality and everything else, and the fact that they're not a clone house. It just works. But yeah, Memoirs of a Trespasser, really good. But the fact that they reformulated it and the fact that I'm practically low on this, This is one of their original bottles when they first started production. That is very disappointing. I do not approve of that. A house that came and went really quickly. I mean, even people like Cuban No covered it. He was like a Etsy brand, another very small brand. I don't know if he was black owned. Also, you know, it was black owned, but this is Vagabond Fragrances, not to be confused with the Vagabond Prince fragrance. Vagabond fragrance. He had like a couple of fragrances like this. He would list it as like 06 or 12 or whatever. So this was 06. This is supposed to be like a woodsy, cognac, boozy, sexy fragrance. I mean, a lot of people again, when it came out 2 years ago, 2018, 2019, a lot of people were like, hey, go check this out, go check this out. And for one reason or another, just like that, I forgot I can't snap with this. Just like that, he disappeared. But this is a good fragrance. Eau de Parfum concentration. Good stuff. Jonathan, here you go now. Ovation. This is one of his first bottles because I actually met Sean way before the event. Sean, if you're watching, I still got my bottle of my fragrance that I created way before YouTubers were creating fragrances. Actually, it was before Jeremy created his fragrance, which then spawned everything else. But that, I'm gonna save that because if I end up creating a fragrance, this is going to be unAVERAGE. This was just from a perfume shop in Atlanta, though. They basically, I got a chance to meet Sean, and it was like a whole masterclass type of thing on making fragrances. And we picked up to 6 notes, like a top, mid, base, certain amount. Ovation. So this is okay, you know how the older fragrances, right? From like the Dracar Noire, that 80s, 90s powerhouse vibe. It kind of is in that realm, but it's a little bit more modern. You know, he uses certain citruses that are much more up to date now. He uses a cashmere wood in here. I have not smelled the new one. This one has a pronounced violet leaf though in there. Little bit of musk. It's a very linear fragrance too. So when you spray it in the beginning, it's kind of how you end up having it stay throughout the duration of the fragrance. It never really transitions, although you end up getting all the notes over time, but it never like changes from like bright, fresh to deep, dense. It has this kind of aquatic vibe to it, almost like a Kenzo Pour Homme aquatic, not Acquadigio, but more on that like Kenzo Pour Homme vibe. Shoot me an email, John. Shoot me an email with your addy. I got you. I got you on a decant. So Joe, Joe dot Anthony 1227 at gmail.com. It's a safe blind buy. I haven't, to those who I've told, hey, buy it, they've not had any problems with it. But again, shoot me your address. You're my bro, so I'll go ahead and send you a sample of that. Where am I? So yeah, Ovation, great fragrance, black owned house. Sean's amazing. Oh, the performance on this, really quick. 4 to 5 hours, not the best. This is Eau de Parfum, but this fragrance does not last or perform yes, Pat. Now you know, Capricorns. But performance on this, not the best. It is more of a signature scent vibe. You know, almost like a Calvin Klein Euphoria would be a signature scent type of thing. So, definitely let me know. But moving on really quick, just because Sean's fragrance is great, but I still got a whole bunch over there to cover. This is Tower Un Rose de Kandahar, part of one of his first runs. The thing I like about Tower, if you could see it even, there we go. There's a signature there. Right there, perfect. Tower Signs personalizes all his bottles. Back of it, Un Rose de Kandahar. This was my favorite rose until Rosé came out. This is a hard to find. Well, the ingredients are very hard to find, which make it seasonal, which makes it happy birthday. You already know. Happy birthday to everyone watching. How about that? But yeah, Un Rose de Kandahar, really good almond, rose, woods, apricot, vetiver, musk. It has so much going on, so much. It was so complex. Again, this is probably still one of my 3 favorite rose fragrances from the line. Oh, I mean, not from the line, but just in general. It's still definitely top 3, but Rosé has definitely far exceeded expectations because that's a little bit more sexy. So next we are talking about Designer Shike. Now I know that they did remodel their bottles. I don't know if they're still in production. This I found out from Al, Street Scents. Shouts out to you, bro. I still thank you every single time because I would not be where I am as a channel without you and your shout out of me, Chad from A Gentleman's Journey, and Max Husler. Lonesome Rider is definitely hard to find. I gotta get more into Tower as a whole, really, because outside of L'Eridu Desert, I haven't, like, all those new fragrances. But there we go. So the ribbon normally would come attached, but once you break it, it's kind of broken. This was a 75 ml bottle, and it retailed for about $280. I paid for it being right here on eBay. I paid about $145, which is why I did it. This is kind of like Silver Mountain Water meets Millesime Imperial. High quality, just doesn't last as long as on some. For me, I got a solid 7-8 hours. For some, they only got 3 to 4. But they have this, and then they have 77, which is supposed to be like a original Santal from Creed. Hey, Rudy. Oh, Stacks is leaving. All right, bro. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I thought it was Rudy leaving, but all right, Stacks, I appreciate you, man. Hope you have a good weekend. And then one of the last of this set of niche fragrances, Redbrook. Those who know. I did know Carlos, so I got this because of Carlos. I knew Carlos. I know of Steven, and I did meet Steven yesterday at the event, but Carlos I was a little bit more, I had more interaction with. So this was their collab fragrance. This does remind me, for those who haven't seen my review, reminds me of Tom Ford Black Orchid. A lot like Tom Ford Black Orchid. So that's basically, if you like Tom Ford Black Orchid, then you'll like that fragrance. If you don't, then you won't. Clean some of this off, reload really quick. how y'all liking the live? I'm gonna work on getting a StreamYard so this way I could be more interactive with you all. But as a whole, just let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are with this, cause y'all know I've usually saved the lives for like Joey, just because, you know, he's great at his streams. Period. Dot. You know, Cuddles great at his streams. Let's get into these designers. These designers slash niches slash mainstreams slash hard to find also. I'll start with this one. Shouts out to my bro Freddy Photo 1. Used to be Freddy, well no, he was Freddy Photo 1 on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, John. So this is Opus 8. This came out, it's weird because I got this tattoo, well, at least the front part with the dragon, not the flame. I got all of this done at the same time that I got this. And Freddie gave, this was a partial. It was up to right there when I bought it. It's now like right there. But this fragrance is different. This is like creamy. This is balsam, spicy. It's just, it has like this combination of like spices with orange blossom and citrus and some woods. There's no oud in here. This is one of the fresher opuses. If you smelled Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Aqua Vitae Forte, then this is like a spicier version of that. Opus 6 is my favorite. Well, they have like a whole collection from Armani of just opuses that they all end up being like this encyclopedia version. So there's just different ones. This one isn't the iris one though. This is just fresh, spicy. This was like a summer statement maker for real, just because of the fact nobody would wear it because they were like, oh, it's too spicy. Nah. Alright, we are going to get, which one is this? Let's get into these Dior's right quick. Bois d'Argent. One of the, this is when they weren't going for almost $200 in this size bottle. I got this back in 2013. Also, this is like when I first started collecting magnetic cap. I think 3 does have the iris. I'm definitely looking forward to that 1-year anniversary, Pat. But yeah, Bois d'Argent, y'all know this is, speaking of iris, this is iris, woods, musk. Reminds you of being in a cloud. Really good fragrance. Always gonna be in my collection. Also, shouts out to Daniel, the lawyer. He doesn't make fragrances anymore. I forgot what his actual YouTube channel was, but he made a masterpiece fragrance that when I saw that video, I was like, all right, that's it. I gotta get it. And yeah, Mitza. Where is it? I'm trying to focus. Oh, there. Mitza. Yes, I do have a bottle of Mitza. And I am so glad to be reunited with this. I am also really glad because when that bottle of Bittersweet Symphony from House of Matriarch and Brooklyn Fragrance Lover broke, this container was right next to it and somehow did not end up over here. Instead, Joe Malone suffered the fate of getting the box messed up, which I will take that all day. Yes, Bois d'Argent is so good, but Mitza's a really good one too. This was one of my other favorite rose fragrances. This is rose incense, but like spicy, animalic rose incense, whereas Zaharoffs is like a little bit sweeter, a little bit fresher, even though it has the oud. Nah, the thing about this, it doesn't last as long either as Zaharoffs, but this is really good stuff. Fall classic incense, rose, spice, like cinnamon, saffron. Great fragrance. My Kilians. A lot of these I bought like when I was it's crazy like how I'm opening. All right, let's see what this looks like, because y'all know some of my stuff has been kind of crazy. I did used to overspray this. This is Bamboo Harmony. I had given my Forbidden Games travel set to my sister. That was white and gold. This one was all silver. The magnet still works. Okay. I still got a whole thing of Bamboo Harmony, so definitely gonna rock out with this. But I don't have any more samples, so I need to be kind of careful with it. Why is this not opening? There we go. So yeah, Kilian's Bamboo Harmony before they got bought out by L'Oreal or Estee Lauder or whoever bought them out before they were bought out, while they were still by Kilian. This, my baby, Back to Black. I don't have much left. Like literally my Back to Black is like right at this line right there, which is also where the bottle ends. Let's see if y'all could. That's basically how much. Well, I mean, I get it, because it's definitely, and like it took me a minute to get used to it. Bamboo Harmony, or just bamboo in general. But I was like, you know what? It also helps that there was a really cute sales associate when I bought it. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead, pull the trigger. Yes, I definitely I got the audio to fix the whole live and realize what was wrong. But Bamboo Harmony, Back to Black. I'm sorry, I will never disrespect you again. Back to Black, honey, tobacco, spice. Really good. Strip clubs in Atlanta loved it. Lots of memories made with this fragrance. Just by far one of my favorite. It's this Japan Noire for niche, just because Japan Noire is discontinued. Rosé, Chanel Allure Sport Extreme, and this. Marantonka. Top Marantonka. There we go. That's the thing about Alive. I can't get away with some of my... What's up, Rondo? I'm glad to see you, bro. I appreciate you stopping by. Marantonka. Those are my top 5. Back to Black, Japan Noire, Rosé from Zaharoffs, Chanel Sport Extreme, Marantonka. This is literally what it says. Lavender, even though it doesn't say lavender on the name, but otherwise lavender, myrrh, and tonka. Doesn't last that long than what, you know, for my preference, but it's still done well enough that we getting into these original Amens. I don't have my original Amen anymore, but I still got this, one of the pre-malts. This was a 2012 batch that I got in 2013. Really good stuff. Shouts out to Chad if you're watching. I know you remember this bottle. Come on, Chad. Tell me you remember. Those who don't know, when Chad met me the second time and he came down, I think I met Chad 3 times in Atlanta. The second time he came down, it was either 2 or 3 times that I met him in Atlanta, that he met me in Atlanta. The second time that I came down, by the way, I just realized I probably got ads going through while I'm talking. I'm sorry. But when I went to Atlanta the second time, when he went to Atlanta the second time or third time, I sprayed this at least 14 times. And it was 85-degree heat. He did not like me that day, but he had to deal with me. I appreciate you, bro. Hope you're well. Pure Wood. Again, another one of the original runs. This started to get a little bit more burn from me before I moved. So it's filled up to about right there. It was right there. Just good coffee wood fragrance, vanilla. Nothing crazy, just done right. And again, I got it for when they had like their original sales on the website and everything, so I was able to get this for a really good price. The coveted Ultra Zest. Your guess is as good as mine, Rudy. He's asking how many bottles I have. About 80, 75 to 100. No, I'm clean over 100 now that I think about it, because I had almost 30 bottles just that I've bought since I moved to New York. I will be in contact with you, John. I will. Ultra Zest I'm not parting with though. That I don't even know how much is left. It's filtered right there. I used to overspray this. But Ultra Zest, another really good fragrance. Really good fragrance. Going back to my Dior's really quick. Dior Homme Sport. This is the second reform. Yeah, most of them came back. Unfortunately, Note Vanille suffered a casualty, and what's the other one? I can't find Lavender Palm from Tom Ford, and oh yeah, Bittersweet Symphony from House of Matriarch. Those 3 completely either MIA or big rips. Outside of that though, yes, I do have majority of my collection, especially Japan Noire, Mita. Definitely glad those stayed. Still got a little bit of this Dior Homme. This is their 2013 reform when they actually added Iris into it. Oh, I know you're well over 200, Rudy. I know for a fact that you are well over 200. I'm still trying to get on your level. When I grow up, I want to be like you. Dior Homme Cologne. This is when it first came out. So I got this because somebody baited and switched me. I wanted the actual original Dior Homme Cologne, and they had that as the picture. Like, and this had just came out. Now the good thing is that at the time this was actually going for like full retail, which was over $100, and I paid $60 for a full bottle. Like, it was a brand new full bottle. But they just baited and switched me. They had the old Dior Homme Cologne, which is really what I wanted. I appreciate this one. Over time, it's nice, but hi, Tower. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Just going through my entire collection. It's been almost an hour so far of going at it, but lots of stuff. Lots of casualties, lots of discontinued, lots of niche. We're just now starting to get into the designers, but Dior Homme Cologne, great fragrance. Hope you're well though, Tara. What's your scent of the day, by the way? Anybody who just came in, Tara, Ron, I know y'all just kind of showed up recently. What am I gonna get into now? You know it. Let's get into the Armanis really quick. I'm gonna do the Armani Privé, the only Armani Privé that I have, and that is in this beat up box all of a sudden. This is the Vetiver Babylon. They've even changed the name now. It's now like Vetiver Hiver. Can't remember, but since Tara's here, I figure I'll bring this one out now because I know she likes Vetiver Ivor, which is basically the same fragrance. This is a slightly fresh, it is fresh, it's Vetiver. But this is a citrusy, slightly spicy Vetiver fragrance, just clean, really good. Doesn't really last and perform the best, but as a whole, it's one of my favorite from the line. I don't really like fig as a note on me, so I went with this one instead for the summertime. But you can't go wrong either way. I respect Figure Eden. This one, Hermes Mandarin Ombre. I've been there. I've definitely been there. 10, 15. I didn't even know there was this plastic thing on there. But yeah, 10, 15 things all at once, Tara. Yeah, I got this. I got this actually to wear in one of my sister's first dance conventions. Dance competitions when she was first dancing, and we had to go to Tennessee. And yeah, this is like a 2014 bottle of Mandarin Ombre. Mandarin Amber, great for the summertime. Really good fragrance. Doesn't last that long either though. It's very transparent, but like a good office fragrance, definitely good for that. It'll last you a little bit. It's like a 4 to 5 hour performer. Caught it. Code Absolute. Suede leather. I like it. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. I get why, but y'all know I'm a Tonka lover. So Tonka, suede, citrus, almost like a fizzy champagne vibe. But it doesn't surpass this one. Code Ultimate. This is from 2012. This is one of the first fragrances I got once I got my job and got into fragrances before I even got into reviewing. I got this and I got the Angel Men. And this is the one that kind of started me getting into right before reviewing. Code Ultimate. I ran around calling it Code U just to make myself different. If you smell Dior Homme Intense and you smelled Armani Code and you layer the two, that's basically what you're getting out of this. Just a really good fragrance. Definitely trying to consolidate and, declutter the collection is really hard. I understand that. That's the chat they're talking about. Somebody tried to call me. It's a good thing I wasn't on that camera. Acquadigio Profundo Lights. Really good fragrance. I personally prefer this to the regular Profundo. A little bit more vetiver, a little bit of cardamom in there. It's not as sweet, not as statement making, a little bit more aromatic, but still all in all, really good fragrance. I know you love Tonka Terror. Yep, that's again, when I did my whole reviewers shout out and I listed you, that's because a lot of the stuff that you did talk about when it wasn't on the women's side, I was like, I get that. Wow, a lot of that. Yes. So yeah, we definitely see eye to eye on Tonka, which is why I appreciate your channel. And if you all haven't checked out Olfactor Files, please do so. Also, if you haven't checked out Time to Musk and or Scent Assault, please do so. They are 3 of the 10 reviewers that I technically I did like 13 reviewers, but they were 3 of the 13 that I did list. Check their channels out. I'll eventually update the description so the links are down below to anybody that I've shouted out today. We're almost there. We're towards this side of the couch now. I know Manda was here earlier and I couldn't get to her in time. I hope you're still here. I hope you watch eventually. I know you told me about this and you were so right. Pasha de Cartier Edition Noire. This is such a sexy night out fragrance. Oh my God. Iris, violet leaf, and citruses, powdery, woods, musk. This is sexy. Hey, no, we will be meeting up, Rudy. Again, I had some health issues with my shoulder as far as if it's being separated, not separated, needed surgery, not surgery. But at this point, while the doctors are figuring everything out, I'm just going ahead and moving ahead now. I'm cleared enough where I'm not restricted in like movement. So now that that's done, we definitely are gonna meet up. I'm looking to meet up with a lot of people. Pasha de Cartier Edition Noire, such a good fragrance. You could still maybe find this for discounted prices. If you can, I implore you to do so. If you like La Nuit de l'Homme, if you like Dior Homme Intense, and I did drop a video on it like last month, but if you like those types of fragrances, check this one out. This doesn't smell like those, but they do the same thing. You get what I mean? Really good fragrance though. Just Manda, you hit it out the park with your recommendation. I thank you a million times. Hey, I'll make sure to bring a big bag, Pat, so this way me and Rudy just have the Sour Patch Kids there. My Creeds, Millesime Imperial. This is my second bottle. My first bottle I actually gave to Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. Wrestling. But yeah, Cigars and Sour Patch Kids, that actually would be like a dope title. But Millesime Imperial, this is from like 2018, because this was as I was moving that I got this bottle. I paid retail, not gonna lie, but I paid retail through my job that had like a payroll deduct program at the time. So even though I paid retail, I didn't pay it all in one shot, but I still paid retail. Y'all know about Millesime Imperial. This, I'm not gonna waste any time. This Green Irish Tweed, again, got through my job. This is a 2015 bottle, 2014 maybe even. And you'll see why, you know. First of all, y'all know. Green Irish Tweed, look, the cap doesn't even hold into place. But this is the whole shebang. Green Irish Tweed, again, y'all know about this. I don't need to go into a whole thing about it. I will say those are two of my more favorite creeds out of the whole creed offerings. I like those better than Aventus. And yes, Rudy, looking forward to it. Definitely do that. Now we're gonna get into what would be the cheapy side, but at the same time, don't sleep on it. And I'm saying don't sleep on it because if anybody has the chance to check out and buy this, you should. Euphoria Amber Gold. This is such a pleasant fragrance from the house. Timothy, what's up? I'm glad to see you, man. I'm glad you stopped by. Just over here doing my whole collection video. I finally got my collection back. This was an overseas exclusive. I got this at Ross, and no, not TLTG Ross, but the actual store Ross. Shouts out to TLTG too. But this is going to be in the similar vein of an Amber Absolute. Amber, leather, honey, herbal, like thyme, and just really good stuff. I need to get mustache now that you're talking about it, Tar. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna look to get a bottle of that in these next few weeks, because I really like tuxedo. Yeah, that's what I've heard it's like tuxedo. Hey Pat, if Rudy's gonna get into cheapies, I highly recommend at least he start here. This bottle, 100 ml for the quality, was like $40. And this is Amber Gold. Euphoria Amber Gold from Calvin Klein. Great fragrance. Really great fall and winter. Deep, complex. Steel. Absolute steel. Kind of hard to find, so do your homework, but if you find it, it's worth the search. I used to hype this fragrance up a lot, not as much as Kirill, the Naked Russian unboxing specialist. He really hyped this up before me. Kirill doesn't make videos anymore either. I do. John Varvatos Vintage. This was my baby when I first started reviewing too. I told Greggy Boy about it. I told Maximilian Husler about it. A lot of people bought this bottle off of my recommendation. Even Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. Although he preferred the regular John Varvatos. But, yeah, that's like when we were collabing. He would normally rock with John Varvatos if it was in one of the vids that we would collab on. And then I would bring out Vintage. This doesn't last, but still a really good fragrance. Cheapy to me, in my opinion, is 60 and under. That's cheapy. Another John Varvatos. This is the one that I first bought that kind of brought me back into fragrance reviewing. Wow. I'm a little bit tired. I took my sister to dance today. But John Varvatos Nick Jonas Blue. Not a bad fragrance. Kind of regret paying retail. Fresh shower gel. Dior Sauvage vibes. If Dior Sauvage was made by John Varvatos, that's what this fragrance was. Ron, you crazy. But yeah, this along with an old co-worker, shouts out to Shirini Bakery, Neela, but got me back in 2018 when I was like, all right, I'll come back. Perry LSM. Y'all know this kind of smells like Chanel Allure. See, as much as I have of this, why couldn't this be one of the bottles to like almost lose everything? At least that's like a $20 bottle. I've lost the Note Vanille from M. Mickey off, which is completely discontinued. That alone was hard to find, let alone trying to find a bottle 7 years later. Now I lost Bittersweet Symphony. Lost Sex Magic from House of Matriarch 2. So I lost 2 House of Matriarch bottles and an M. Mickey off. This not a good but yeah, that's basically kind of what Perry LSM is. It's like a Chanel Allure. I'd love to hear your thoughts, Tara, on Tuxedo. This fragrance, Azar Chrome Legend, has been reformulated and in a different bottle, so you'll know it's like the difference between then and now. If it basically doesn't look like this, then it's been reformulated. The cap does like some weird pointy Christmas tree looking thing now. Also, if your bottle doesn't do this because it's so cheap that it just takes half the bottle with it, then it's reformulated. But kind of reminds you of Versace Pour Homme meets like Nautica Voyage meets Chanel Sport Extreme. That's basically what you're getting out of this. Good, not great. Michael Jordan Legend. Y'all know this. Another classic Frag Calm Darling. I paid full price for all of my House of Matriarch bottles except for luckily Bittersweet Symphony, and Madrona was given to me when Madrona first came out, but I had already stopped reviewing. That was 2015. Bittersweet Symphony was about that time too. That was given to me as a gift between Carlos and Christy themselves again. All of these bottles, all these Akchung collection, which these were basically their oud, different takes on oud. One was like all woody oud, and then that was the Sex Magic, and Gateways was like a gourmand oud with chocolate and vanilla, and then you had Epiphany, which is lavender. I have that one. Where is that one actually? I'm missing a whole bunch of bottles. But those I bought outright. And then the Madrona, Bittersweet Symphony, and Sacre Tabac 5 ml were given to me. Wow, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm glad y'all talked me into doing this just because I still don't have all my boxes yet either. Michael Jordan Legend though. New Harlem, bond number 9, Pancake. I say if New Harlem is, you know, this luxurious breakfast with pancakes in a restaurant type of style, this is, you know, in like French press coffee type of vibe. This is just you getting breakfast at McDonald's. That's basically, you know, how you get the pancake platter, minus the sausage smell. But just the whole pancakes with the butter and the super synthetic sugary syrup and just that 50-cent McDonald's coffee. That it's still a good fragrance. I actually like it. But yeah, it's day and night as far as how high quality the two are. Yeah, I know, MJ Legend. Shouts out to Chad again from A Gentleman's Journey. He gave me this the last time in 2018 when he came from Influential. This is Davidoff, the Brilliant Game. The Brilliant Game. So Davidoff came out with just a line of just almost like 1 million clone type of inspirations, and this one is like almost boozy. It has like this alcoholic liqueur vibe with like a prominent like cherry fruity top. It was cool. You know, I wouldn't pay more than like $15 for it, and I think this goes for about 40. So there's that. Mr. Burberry, I got this 2019 summer, July 3rd. I know the exact date for many other reasons. Mr. Burberry EDP. It's alright. Nice violet leaf. I got it for like $30. I would not recommend you pay more than $30 for this though. But it's almost like this just became in that whole realm of like Dior Sauvage Blue like fragrances, and this one, although different, all kind of, you know, like Coach for Men, and it just, yeah. Mr. Burberry. We are getting down, might as well talk about it since I'm talking about it. Chanel Parfum Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This is the one that people love to hate and some hate to love. I enjoy it. I like this one the most out of the three. I know some people prefer the Parfum to the three, but this one has just worked for me so much better, so much smoother. But it's a good fragrance. Pat, I don't even think Michael Jordan drinks coffee either. I'm sure he only drinks Gatorade and champagne. That's basically, and cigars. That's probably all he drinks. 50 cents Mikey D's coffee. But this one, y'all already know, Chanel Sport Extreme. I'm not gonna get into it. Y'all know kind of sort of what it is. This is their newer bottle though. This isn't, I had the older bottle. They used to say OD Toilette Concentrate. Now it just says I think this, yeah, OD Parfum now. It's close enough, but it's still, nostalgia wise, not the same. We are down to our final like 12 bottles. Zara Rich, Warm and Addictive. This is the 2018 reformed edition, not the one that set Fragcom on fire and was in top 10s everywhere when it first came out, but still a good fragrance nonetheless. Again, I lost note vanille. This doesn't remind me that much of tobacco vanille. This reminds me more of like that note vanille or Givenchy pie or vanilla affair type of vibe. It's good, but not great. But for the price, definitely a solid fragrance. We've got shouts out to Scott. If you're watching, I know you messaged me earlier wondering about the live. Scott is a bro of mine. He's on Instagram and he just messaged me and was like, hey, what's your address? I know you want this. And he sent me a whole bottle, brand new, through FragranceNet. Not sponsored by FragranceNet either. And I really appreciate it. I really do. Just because you didn't have to do that. But Lancôme Hypnos. This is like a fresh, light version of La Nuit de l'Homme. This is Lancôme Hypnos for men, by the way. There is a woman's version. Not talking about that one. Although that's a really good one too. But definitely Lancôme Hypnos was a really good fragrance that I enjoy. Cardamom, minty top with bergamot, citrus, musk, vetiver. Really good fragrance. Scott is definitely the GOAT. Kari knows. Shouts out to Kari, by the way. What is my favorite go-to cologne? Probably out the bunch, I will just say Allure Sport Extreme because that is the most versatile of the bunch. But it is one of my favorite too, like in my top 5. I said that earlier. It's Zaharoffs Rosé, like number 4. Sport Extreme would be number 3. Back to Black by Kilian and Japan Noire are tied for like 1-2, 1A, 1B. And I forgot where I put my number 5. Oh, there it is. Marin Tonka. I love a lot of Tonka. Not sure if y'all knew that, if you knew that, but y'all. How do you say your name? Yahweh is real. But yes, because he's the one who asked the question, and I'm sorry for butchering. But Marin Tonka's top 5 too. But if I had to pick one just to be versatile, it would be Sport Extreme, because it is. Invictus Legend. I did my review in Daytona about this. Great time. I mean, right there in front of Daytona Speedway. Really good stuff. A few more. I had lost my original bottle of 1 million in an accident. And I'm going to have to check that Gucci Envy inspo on Alexandria. Tonka Joe Boy. But yeah, I had gotten into a car accident and lost my original, like when 1 million was still 1 million, the bomb. This a little bit more toned down, but it's still a bomb. This is still the original 1 million. I still have almost the entire bottle too. Y'all know about this 1 million. This is just the original 1 million. And it's funny because this was supposed to be 1 million lucky, because this is when I first transitioned and got back into fragrances. But this was a gift, and they didn't understand that the one that I wanted was lucky. They thought I was saying something else about being lucky or something, but nonetheless, I appreciate the gesture. Thank you. Polo Gold Blend. One of my favorite from the line of Ralph Lauren. The red that comes in the black bottle is number 1. I don't keep up with those names anymore. Red Intense, Red, whatever. But then this is definitely up there for me. This is a blend of all the Polo blues over the years with incense. If you like Bleu de Chanel, but you don't want that Bleu de Chanel price, get this. You could get this for so much cheaper. Yes, please hit likes for me. I'm not even keeping track of the like count, but I appreciate you, John. I do not wear jerseys like I did in high school anymore, mostly because of the fact that I don't fit them. I've dropped about 45 pounds from the time of me being in high school and now. But yeah. Oh man, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Pat. Thank you for hitting it 3 times. Got a few more colognes here. We are talking about L'Homme. I got into a debate with one of my subs a while back about this because it was La Intense Parfum. And then they were like, nah, like they got into a whole ordeal with me. But this is a good fragrance. It really is a good one. Where's the name on this damn thing? I got this through the Sephora quarterly sale. Really good. Kind of in that 1 million sweet Dolce & Gabbana vibe too. Doesn't last. Just like Dolce & Gabbana, the one won't last. But for a YSL flanker, this was one of their better ones before they really started going off the hinges with it. So, good fragrance. Better when you get it on discount. Yo, I still have, I'll show you really quick because I still have one, especially he'll remember because he remember. Hold on. And I'll grab my last few bottles. People think that I'm only a Lakers fan because of the bandwagon. No, I am a hardcore Lakers fan. Okay, first of all, the fact that it's a Nike jersey. Okay, Nike stopped making basketball with number 8. This is from like 2002. Kobe Bryant, fully stitched. It's all stitched. It's, yeah. Definitely, yeah. Like I said, that's such a better fragrance when you get it for cheap. But yeah, I'm looking to get this framed and then throw up there as well. Big Rips. Kobe was my idol. That was my icon. Mentor. Well, not mentor like he. Like I was in the gym with him. But just a lot of his philosophies and everything I practiced. You know what I'm saying? Body Shop, Arbor, good mall scent, cheapy, fresh, spicy. Definitely understand your dilemma, Kari. Mont Blanc, Individual, Creed Original Santal, for those who know. It's basically that almost gives you even laundry sheet, dryer sheet vibes. Versace Pour Homme, still to this day my favorite scent to go to the gym. Once I start going to the gym more, I'll be doing that and wearing this a lot again. Just a fresh, clean citrus fragrance. This fragrance can really I've got this. This is worth a box though. Nautica Ocean. First of all, they discontinued the original Nautica Oceans, then bought me this environmentally free, which I'm all for the environment, but come on. This just smells like water. Like the beach water. You know, after you've been on the beach for 8-9 hours and just that aroma that it gives off of like salty. And it's light, it's a mess, it's thick. I still am a Carmelo fan. I'm actually going to get me a Carmelo Lakers jersey. That is, that's next. I will get that jersey, but otherwise I don't really do much more jerseys anymore. I still have all my Nike jerseys. Like I have my Jason Kidd one too from the Nets. But my Dwayne Wade, I think I still have my Nuggets Mellow too, but that was a Reebok with the screen printed text. But yeah, this is a horrible fragrance. Do not waste your money, even from a discounter. I once said in my review, I said, hey, get this on a discount. No, just don't even get it now. They completely destroyed this fragrance. And speaking of destroying fragrances, Carolina Herrera CH Man. It's a good fragrance. I don't like it. It's too sweet. It annoys me. It gets compliments, sure. The leather, sweet candy vibe. People find it attractive, but I absolutely despise this fragrance now too. That's just where I'll stay with that. That fragrance annoys me. Have we? I think we have, actually. I think I literally... Yeah. Hey. Cheers to that. that is my collection as far as actual bottles go. If y'all want a part 2 of just my samples, which isn't as much, but still a lot, let me know. Chili definitely sounds good tonight, but that's my collection. So let me know in the comments down below, you know, what your thoughts are. If there's some of these maybe you may want me to do like a modernized review on, I could do that too. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. I really do. And just in general, thank you for the continuous support. Again, check out Tar from Factor Files. Check out Mario. I'll leave his comments down, his link down below. Check out Kari from Silhouettes and Sillage. Rudy, Time to Musk Up. Patrick, Sense Assault. You definitely need to check his channel out. Dude is funny. But I appreciate everybody who has stopped by. Manda, thank you. Ron, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Yari, you are so real. I appreciate you. I love y'all. But in all seriousness, I have not ate even breakfast today. My sister had to go to dance at 10 in the morning. And so I'm gonna go eat something other than Sour Patch Kids, especially since y'all talking food. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Stay tuned for my Parfums de Marley video where I met like Red Adolescents and everybody in the next few days. Thank you all.